I'm speaking with Selectman Connie Twombley.
Hi, Jim.
Thanks for coming, Connie. Now, you've had 2 terms
Yes.
in office, and tell us a little bit about yourself, because I think you've been here a long time and you know a lot of things about this town, and you've made a lot of contributions as well.
Yep. My husband and I both are born and brought up here. And we've been married 55 years.
Wow.
We have 2 children. We have 5 grandchildren, and we have 5 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
And our grandchildren, our children went here to school and to Spalding. The other ones did not go to school here. Some of them live in Malden. But they've been involved. My daughter Lynn was on the budget committee at one time. Now she's pretty busy, so with work and everything. I think eventually she will get back into doing things like that because she really liked it. I've been on the school board for 6 years. I was on the budget committee, and I was a supervisor of the checklist.
Wow.
And I have to mention that I've been involved in Hazel McBrien Nursery School for 35 years as treasurer.
So you've got a long history of service to the town.
And I wonder where the time went,
Wow.
because it was just yesterday, it seemed like. I was bringing up my children. So, but I love this town. I really love this town. And I had the best person to get me involved was my father-in-law, Bill Twombley. So he told me so many things.
Now, you've been a selectman for 2 terms now.
Yes.
Have you learned a lot?
A lot. It's amazing what you learn. You think you know what you're doing, but when you get on that board, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
A whole different ballgame. And I've learned and I've loved every minute of it. It really has been wonderful for me to see the inner workings and everything of the town and see how great this town is. Even though I knew that.
Yep. Well, now, I've noticed that this year, the proposed budget that we'll be voting on in March, that you were part of the team,
Yes,
that for all I can see, it's a very frugal budget.
it is very frugal. And we were very fortunate that Denny came on as a selectman with his budget experience. I mean, 3 of us worked together, but Denny did the budget, and very fortunate that Kenny Paul came on too. We've worked together so well this last year.
And you'd like to stay on
Yes,
for
I would
another
like to.
term and kind of use some of the skills that you've learned in the last
Yes.
6 years.
Yes, definitely.
You know, what do you see the future of this town? How do you see us, you know, going forward here? I mean, it's, as you say, you love the town, a lot of people do.
I see the future, as I've watched over the years, people moving into town because this town has a good reputation. People like to move here. And some of the people that have moved here have come from really good backgrounds, and they've been involved with the town. And it's benefited us immensely. So I see us growing and growing, and mainly just doing the things we're doing now and making sure everything's on an even keel. You go against some bumps in the road, you'll always have those. And it's hard to make decisions sometimes, but you have to think about the town, the taxpayers, and make your decisions. But I see the town still growing, and people who move in love the town.
Yeah. So it sounds like you represent kind of a traditional, keeping these traditions going with some growth, but perhaps controlled, and you know, just trying to move the town forward without, as I know, you know, you've been a frugal selectman as far as the taxes are concerned, trying to keep those under control.
Yep.
And in the future, would you say we'll just keep trying to go this way, you know, this particular style of keeping things kind of as they are, with helping to kind of move things a little bit forward, a little?
Yes, that's great. However, there are some things, not for change's sake, but some things change for the good. And you have to be able to look at it and say, okay, this would be good for the town. Or say, that's just for change's sake. No, we're not gonna go that way. And those are they're hard decisions to make.
Well, I don't know what else to ask you, Connie, because you've kind of covered everything, but is there anything else that you'd like to say? We've got a few more minutes here, I mean.
Okay, I would love to thank Denny and Kenny Paul for coming on the board. It has worked out so well this last year. We're entirely different people, but we can work together, and that's the main thing. As a selectman, you're only one person. One person has no power, cannot do anything. The board has the power, and it has to be the board to make decisions.
Well, I've appreciated, I know that the selectmen are always available
Yes,
to talk to a concerned citizen if citizen
Definitely.
has an issue. I know that your door is open, or your phone, and you're willing to talk to anybody, anytime.
Anytime.
The selectmen's meetings seem to be an open approach. We have
Yes.
public comment sections, and when someone has a concern, I'm going to go out on a limb and just say, I mean, is that something that you really look into? I mean, there's some people have said, sometimes, I'm concerned about something, but it doesn't seem like, anything happened or was looked into.
We do.
Would
We
that not
look
be
into it.
accurate? I mean,
That's-
you do look into
we
things,
do
don't you?
look into things, and we still have 2 public comments
Yeah.
on our agenda.
Yeah.
Some of the other boards do not, they only have the 1.
Yeah.
And we welcome public comment. We will not listen to people downing our employees or things like that.
Right.
But public comment and their concerns and how they feel, we welcome it.
So you keep integrity at the meetings
Yes,
and respect.
right. And it's good if people, if they have something longer to say, that they put themselves on the agenda, because then they're not limited to the 3 minutes. So if they're on the agenda, we can listen to everything they have to say.
Well, Connie, sounds like you've been here a long time. You've got the best interests of the town at heart, because you kind of know the whole history, and you're
Yes.
looking towards the future. And, I thank you for what you've done and wish you good luck in the upcoming election.
Thank you. And I thank you for what you've done. You've done a wonderful job with these interviews, with the TV, with filming. It's been wonderful, really, for people that can't get out to be able to watch it on TV. It's been wonderful, and I thank you.
Our pleasure.
Okay.